welcome everyone to our episode number 14 of Drops of Wisdom in our podcast Cultivating a New Generation. In today's topic, we are going to talk about the power of single task. The book that I'm going to reference to is Hyperfocus, and the author is Chris Bailey. So we are going to talk about that amazing power that we have to pay attention to a single thing and not start doing several things, because we are just training our brain, our emotional regulation, as well as our physical energy, because we are causing more stress in our system, nervous system, and then of course that depletes many pathways of energy. Being busy is not at all at being productive. Busyness is in the past, I assume, and I think and I wish for you. It's just an ego trend that raises people to feel overwhelmed and burnout. Today's best course of action is focusing with your mind in a single task and finish it, doing less and advancing more. Just picture yourself finishing 2 or 3 things per day. During the week, you would finish 15 things, more or less. So that's an amazing progress by doing just 2 or 3 things per day. So it's much better than trying to do 7 things and not finishing anything. And by the end of the week, having more than those 7, because you have to rewrite or redo a lot of things and deal with the mistakes that you did because you thought that you could be multitasking, which is something that was just sold by the marketing. The main quote of the book is: first, choose a single meaningful object of attention. Second, eliminate all possible distractions, including the internal ones, which is daydreaming. Then focus your attention on the task you have chosen to work on. And finally, consciously redirect your mind every time it wanders. You can do that. You control your attention, not the other way around. Just use technology to do that. Many of the new softwares and many of the applications can allow you to put your phone into a do not disturb mode, so that you allow just certain people to pass through their messages or notifications. That will give you a lot of time for no distractions. You can also limit the time that you can spend on social networks, so that you don't have 1 or 2 hours spent there. Think back to the last time you had an unusually productive day at work, for example, when you were on your A game, getting things done with uncharacteristic ease. Days like that might not come too often, but when they do, they are worth examining. But what is so different about those days? What did you do? Did you forget your mobile phone? Did you run out of battery in your phone? Or probably not many people were disturbing you in terms of calls or things to ask you. So just analyze the day and witness by yourself what happened. The less distractions, the more focus you will have. Well, part of the answer lies in your ability to focus on the task at hand, just the thing that you are doing. Try to not open more than 1 or 2 windows, because that also gives you the sense of distraction. When you actually hyperfocus, for a start, you tend to give one single task your sustained attention. You don't multitask. Rather than working frantically and jumping from one job to the other, you focus your attention on one thing and you keep it there until the task is finished. When we are just jumping from one thing to the other, or we are having a lot of windows open in our computer, or we are trying to do something here and I have the phone here, we usually fail at doing it. We don't do anything well and we start building up uh, mistakes and building on poor quality of the things that we are delivering. So be careful. That doesn't mean that you never notice your mind wandering. So it will be distracted nor feel tempted to check your phone. You will do it because you are human, but you are not going to engage with the distraction. You are just going to see the phone, see that is not one important, and put it back. And you are not going to engage in the mind wandering. You are conscious that you are distracting, but you will get back to the thing that you were doing. Rather than succumbing to those temptations, you are hyper focused in your mind, and it is easier to return to the task at hand. Timothy Wilson, a professor of psychology at the University of Virginia, found out that the human brain picks up about 11 million bits of information every second. But from that number, you can consciously process at one time a mere 40 bits. So that's 0.000000001% of the millions that you are perceiving. So just try to be careful with that bandwidth of attention. If that limitation wasn't serious enough, there is an even lower limit or ceiling on what you can retain in your short-term memory. At a push, it's about 7 items, including names, dates, or tasks that you need to complete. That's why when something is bothering you in your mind, try to put it down in a notebook, write it, or put it in your reminders and leave that thought away from your mind so that it doesn't drain energy. Meta awareness and intentional focus are key to managing your attention. It's useful to think about your attention as a small, circumscribed area that can easily be filled, a kind of attentional space. Given the size of this space, it makes sense to carefully control what goes into it. So don't allow distractions that are just mindless, are not important. Try to have several profiles in your phone so that you have just the notifications from the people that you need and that they are urgent and you know that they are contacting you because they are urgent. That's where meta-awareness comes into play. Meta-awareness refers to the ability to step outside your thoughts and become aware of what you are thinking. In this case, you might catch yourself drifting off, distracting, and come back to your main point of attention. And if that happens, don't worry, take a breath, and write down what is distracting you. Those are the best strategies to keep our mind and attention focused, to save energy, and to be mentally with a very cognitive skill brain, and also using many of the stressful situations to flow and get out of our system, not building the stress up inside of us. That will give you a lot of energy by the end of the day. And also remember, you have to drink water, you have to step from your place, you have to walk, you have to distract in between every 50 minutes or 55 minutes. That's the most suggested thing, and that's also being done by research. So be aware of those times. 3 to 5 minutes that you take in shifting task will also allow your brain to replenish the energy. Thank you very much for being here, for paying attention. And if you like this episode, please help me so that more people can listen to it. Have a wonderful Wednesday afternoon, and we will listen to each other on our next episode next Wednesday. See you. Bye.